It's not your goals that you need to focus on, it's your systems. This is coming from Atomic Habits, James Clear. And to focus in on your identity and who you want to be changes what you do. Peace. It's Travis Sotawell. It's Pure Sound Daily Business. As a team, the Pure Sound team, we're going through the Atomic Habits book with James Clear. We just got through the first part. And same thing as the first time I read it. The biggest takeaway I got is that we don't rise to our ideals, our goals, our values. We fall to our systems. So this is why it's so important to have a system. Our systems catch us. Our systems keep us from falling. Our systems account for the human. So at my job, I notice the biggest companies that are part of the economy, industry, that sometimes are industry unto themselves, or they might have competitors, but they don't really have competitors because they're all in the same game and they're just back and forth. They may be different names, but really they're all connected. This is globalization. Some very good things, some very bad things. Point being that when you're locked in, when you have a product that people absolutely need, food, clothing, shelter, etc., then you're going to be able to sell it. You're probably going to be able to make a lot of money selling it. These are the only industries that I've seen that you can have lackluster leadership, that you can have big missing structures and still be making millions, still be making billions. I know what I noticed from the job I've been at is that the system they have of creating the product never fails. It keeps on going 24/7, 365. So where the people may mess up, I'm not saying it's perfect. What I am saying is that people don't show up. People make mistakes. Things shut down. But they get put back together because there's a system in place. It's some places they've completely automated it. And there's only a human on call, to check in, make sure everything's working. And then there's a handful of people, less than a handful of people on site. And not all jobs can be done like this, but a lot can. And of course, we can see the good side of that and the bad side. We talk about automation and AI and robots, quote unquote, taking our jobs. And it's really inevitable. Of course, these things are very expensive, and they're going to continue to be very expensive until everybody's doing it. Point being, this is the world we're living in. This is the world we're moving into. And the most valuable things are going to be human things, leadership, communication, your thoughts, your imagination, which is the most valuable thing right now, by the way. Your imagination coming with a new idea, the wholly original, or a new way to do an old thing, new way to look at something old. So you, just like you've always been, are the most valuable thing. Which means the best investment is to invest in yourself, to invest in your mind, to invest in your body. Now, mind you, not your body to do work of the body. Nothing wrong with that work. Say you need to maintain your health, keep your body up, to keep your mind healthy for the long term. Again, we're talking about legacy here. I've been thinking about villains, quick entertainment. So there's another manga I read called Hunter x Hunter. One of the goats, one of the greatest, and it goes on hiatus a lot because the author is sick. See, here we go, chronic back pain. Now, it's gonna happen to any of us. Point being, if you're younger, and we all younger, we younger than we gonna be tomorrow, need to pay attention to our bodies and do whatever we can to maintain that. So his body is not allowing him to give his gift that he's been given to the world. The gift of his imagination, the skill as an artist and a storyteller. And he had to figure out how to draw differently because he couldn't hunch over a desk. So he had to learn how to draw in a beanbag. So using his imagination to retrain himself to use his skill. And now he's bringing his story forth. And he's an older individual. Shout outs to Tagashi. May his health maintain. I mean, this is the big idea of leaders and government and structure, is how can we support our creatives? It's a big mission of mine. And the two things I'm closing out with is, so this individual, this is, I mean, it is his life work now, and this more than likely will be the last work he does. And this will be his legacy. And in this story, there's a character, why I brought this up, is that it was a character who was planning 30 years, planning how to take over the throne. So it's what long-term plans do we have? That's the point I was making. If you're a young person, are you thinking about how to maintain your body over a long period of time? So that 20 years from now, you can be retired, you can be traveling, you can still be active. That's why you need a system to stay maintained, to keep yourself leveling up. That's what we work on here. Leadership, systems, development, training. So how are you developing your atomic system? It's Travis Odewell. It's Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace.